Oh, y'all didn't even see me. I was here. Y'all didn't even know I was here. Good morning, everybody. It's your nappy chested nephew, Sebastian Cole, aka your Navy Brown Ninja, here in the flesh. Got a few things I want to talk about. So did well, just a few things I want to talk about. A couple things on my mind. But before we do, I decided that I wanted to share with you another one of my favorite songs. Because I love you. And if you've never heard this song, just be prepared for one of the best things you've ever heard in your life. It's really, let me get back here. Where'd it go? Let me get you right. You may not have ever heard this song, but I need you to hear it. And
well, this next and final song is going to be one that has made me pretty famous over the last few years.
It made him famous over the last few years.
It has took me a lot of places I didn't think I would be at. But it was the first time on stage, New Year's Eve 2002.
Okay.
With one of the best quartets out there today, Brian Free and Assurance.
And
I was privileged to be able to sing this one with Brian Free. And I don't know if I beat him that night or not, but ever since then, we've had competitions. I've wore him out. Not to make me look good or anything, but that's what happened. But this is one that also my friends at my hometown church, Gospel Light Baptist Church in Salisbury, North Carolina, has really made their top choice. So therefore, we're going to finish off with this one. It's called Looking for a City.
Yeah, come on with it.
I didn't know you was going to start out with it. Looking for a city built above. Looking for a city.
Yeah.
Where we'll never die.
Yeah.
Where the saint and millions never say goodbye. There we'll meet our Savior.
Yeah.
And our loved ones too.
Yeah.
Come, O Holy Spirit, for our homes renewed. Looking for a city.
Right now I'm on live. I'm listening to Looking for a City. Join me real quick.
Never die. Where the saint and millions never
oatmeal, she had eggs. It's like
will be our Savior.
Yeah.
And our loved ones too. Come, O Holy Spirit, for our homes renewed. Looking for a city where we'll never die. Where the saint and millions never say goodbye.
Yes.
There will meet our Savior.
All right.
And our loved ones too.
I ain't gonna even make you listen to the rest of it. I just wanted to share that with you because I wanted to share that with you. And he kept going up. Like, just so you know, it was gonna go up a little high. I spared y'all from taking it up a little high because I'm a sweetheart. Because I'm a nice person. Because in my heart of hearts, I am a nice person. So anyway, that was on my mind, and I wanted to share that gospel with you. Okay. First off, man, good morning, everybody. I am glad to be back. I had a good weekend. I laid down for the weekend. Didn't really do much on social media this weekend. Took myself a couple of days off. And while I was taking a couple of days off, I had some time to think, right? I'm doing this particular video because in the middle of my thinking, I was thinking about heaven, right? And sometimes I think about stuff like this. Right? And in my thoughts about heaven, I started asking questions about it. You know, like, where is it? And what does it look like? You know, the basic questions about it. Who gets to go? And as I was thinking about who gets to go, I got to the question about, well, what if somebody's pregnant? Do they get to go, or do you bring the baby with you? Right? And I thought this was a fair question. It was an odd question, true enough. I had never asked that question before, to my knowledge. I never heard anybody ask that question before. But I thought to myself, well, do you get to bring babies? Not born babies, but like, fetuses, right? Do you get to bring these fetus children in? And are they born into heaven if they're born at all? Because eternity means that there is no time. So when is 9 months in eternity? How you get what I'm saying? Things don't change in eternity. You cannot have, from as far as we understand eternity, there is no change in eternity. Otherwise, it wouldn't be eternal. It would be time. Right. Okay. So anyway, I started asking questions. And I got to that question about heaven. Now, first off, to those who think that I pick on Christians, that question is not just to Christians. Christians are not the only people with a heaven. Right? Now, that question was literally just for anyone with a heaven concept. Right? I also asked the question about reincarnation. If we are all reincarnated from something else, how does the world's population grow? You get what I'm saying? Okay, because we should the population should be the exact same. It should just be switching from one being to another being. But how is the world population growing? That means new souls, or how does it drop, right? Well, not even when it's considered a person, India. My question is, when does it get considered a person? And when does it, because we're born in sin. Okay, well, this is what kind of led me to the question, India. You're born in sin. That's what, or at least from the Bible standpoint and from the Islamic standpoint, right? And from the Islamic standpoint. And in Catholicism, they actually have a concept called purgatory, but most Protestant faiths do not have a concept called purgatory. You get what I'm saying? So just trying to make a hypothesis. I said it to say I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just asking questions. And I asked myself the question first. I wanted to see if I could come up with a hypothesis myself first. Then I couldn't come up with one, so I figured I'd ask. Right? And I'm not picking on anybody. I'm not saying you. The most honest answer here is I don't know. You can always say I don't know. Right? Like and it is okay for you not to. As a matter of fact, I believe that's the only possible real answer. Yeah. Right. Okay. I don't know if anyone can know this. And some people ask me, some people say, I don't know the answer to that, which is fine. I'm just trying to get people's ideas about it because heaven is a concept. It's nothing that we can know. It not unreal like that. Right? Like, and when I say like that, I mean like you cannot test it or prove it. So these are literally just ideas. There's no way to go there and ask right? Okay, so keep that in mind. Like, keep that in mind. Right? But Muslims have a heaven, Tara. Muslims have a heaven, right? The Zoroastrianism also has a heaven. Now, of course, they have a different set of beliefs regarding said heaven. Some Hindus have a heaven. Right? Heaven's Gate had a heaven. Right? So for any ideology that may have a heaven, my question was, are babies born there? Is there like one last batch of babies that gets born there? You get what I'm saying? So, but in the Christian ideology, we are born in sin. So that brings another layer to the questioning there. But the question still remains the same. Right. This is just this is a philosophical question. Yeah. This is not an ethical question. It could become ethical, I guess, but that's not where I'm taking it from right now. It's not about the ethics of it. It's just about the philosophy of it, right? So based on these ideas about a place that we've never been. How do we expect, right? Because a good hypothesis makes good future predictions, right? So based on the information that we have, how do we expect that to work? Right. And the more we can get a good hypothesis, the better we can understand it. Even if we'll have a better understanding of it. This is why I asked, can your faith grow if it ain't tested? That's why I was asking that. Right? Can your belief really grow if you never test it? If you never because a hypothesis is basically a belief. Basically, I mean, it's a little bit more well-formed than just a belief, but it is, okay, I see this, and if I understand this, then if this is right, then I should expect to see this, right? So this is how we grow our scientific knowledge. This is how we grow our knowledge of all things, based on making good hypotheses, right? Well, Al, I would say, you know what? Here's the thing. People get mad at me when I say stuff like that. And so I try not to say stuff like that. But I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool to be so in whatever I believe that I can't ask a question. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not even making an assertion. I'm just asking a question. And if a question offends you, then wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't trying to offend. I'm just asking a question about something that people state. Like, I don't think that's unfair to do. I don't think that's unfair to do. Because if I said something, I mean, you should be able to ask me a question about it. I think one of the problems that comes in is because everybody has their different take on it. They feel the need to have that take and never have to think it through, right? It's just what I believe, right? And that's okay. You don't have to think it through. Again, if ever I ask a question that you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer it. I'm not going to make anybody answer the question. I was just asking so I could get a better understanding of what the thoughts were around it. Right? There was no right or wrong answer here. It was just a question. I asked, I think it was Kylene who said that she brought up the idea. She was wondering if a pregnant woman went to heaven, would God just allow her to stay pregnant because he wouldn't want her to lose the baby? Because that could be traumatizing, right? But then you think, okay, well, if the baby is effectively not born, right, that would bring up a whole nother set of questions. And that's not to say that she's wrong. It just brings up another set of questions. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I can understand what she's saying if she said, well, would God want her to lose the baby? That's a very good question. But then could the baby be born? Right? You get what I'm saying? Like, born in sin. She's a Christian, so I'm speaking from the Christian standpoint in that regard. A Muslim may not have that as a problem. A Muslim may say, well, we're not born in sin, right? Or so maybe a baby could be born in heaven. You get in the Muslim concept of heaven. Am I making sense? India, right? Somebody might see that as a hell to be pregnant forever, but that's because we got So now you see my point in asking the question, right? Now you see my point in asking the question. Yeah. So I'm not asking these questions to offend anybody. That's when I want to be offensive, I just come out and get offensive. I know exactly how to be offensive. I don't do this to be passively offensive. I would just say whatever I want to say to be offensive. I'm okay with offending people. That don't really bother me. Good morning, Tyrell. Yeah, so that's why I was just to ask about that set of beliefs, right? Because sometimes we develop certain beliefs and we don't know how we got convinced of them. We just convinced of them, right? We don't know if it makes any sense to us or not. It just is. I believe, me personally, I believe that understanding the belief is good for a person. Understand why you believe, like, okay, you believe that. Why you believe that? Right? Like, or how does that work? How does that work? You know, because sometimes you'll get a better belief when you come to understand how the thing works. And there are some things that you can ask people about their belief, and they can give you a whole explanation for it. Like if I ask somebody, why did Jesus come? They got me. Run me down. Right? Because that's something that they know. That's something that they've heard a lot about. People spend a lot of time thinking about that particular portion of the belief. I mean, I can still ask some questions that they may not have thought about, but they've thought very long and very hard about that section of their belief. And so they could give me an essay, a dissertation about that area of the belief. Okay. Well, I'm not even saying that it has to be logical, right? I'm more or less asking about the logistics, not necessarily the logic, right? I mean, I guess logic is a part of logistics, but so I get what you're saying. But from a philosophical standpoint, like maybe I'm just asking for something reasonable, not even logical, just reasonable, right? So in other words, how do you reason this? Right? If this is a part of your epistemology, this is a part of your, right? This is part of your epistemology. This is something that you believe exists. Okay. How does the existence work? Right? How does the existence work? Right? I'm not saying that it doesn't work, because even if you don't know how it works, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. That just means you don't know how it works. Hell, I don't know how computers work. They work. Right? But if you ask me how the fuck this shit, I don't know. That's not my area of expertise. So none of this is to say don't believe in the thing. I really hope that by the time I die, when they put me in the ground, I hope I have made stronger Christians and more convinced atheists, stronger Buddhists, stronger Muslims, stronger people. Right? It is. I have no reason to evangelize. Am I making sense when I say that? We can still talk about this tomorrow, Carl. We can talk about this tomorrow. This is a good topic for tomorrow. We can talk about this tomorrow, bro. Matter of fact, that might be maybe I brought it up too early. I had asked the question already. It had already slipped out my brain. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You come up with a topic for tomorrow, Carl, because I fucked this one up. My bad, bro. And it could be some version of this. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be all right, because I'm sure people want to hear a pastor side of the story on this too, right? Because you know what I'm saying? I'm just out here asking questions to people who may or may not know. You know what I'm saying? So we can talk about this tomorrow if you want to. Matter of fact, let me ask, would y'all like me to talk about this with Pastor Carr tomorrow? Do y'all think this would be interesting? Yeah. Yeah, Angel, I just want to encourage people to live however they live it the best way they can. Like, right? Like live it the best way you can. And to me, my most fulfilled life comes when I feel like I'm walking in something that I get. Okay, cool. See, look, Pastor. A lot of people saying they want Davida, Kate, Katia, Adrian, Tyrell, Asia, right? Adrian, you know what I'm saying? Like people intrigued by the conversation. So, and we do this. We'll do this tomorrow it'll be 11 o'clock your time. I messed up last week, so 9 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock your time. Hold on, guys. Yes, sir. I'm feeling all right. Just waiting on my. I should get my thing back today. Okay. Okay. 6th and 8th. Okay. Okay. With Evan, yeah. Okay. Can we do like the 17th? Can we do this? What? Yeah, she's here for. Let's do the 17th, and if she leaves later on the 18th, we can get in a little earlier on the 18th. Okay. That'll work. Okay. Thanks, man. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I should have played commercial music. I didn't know that was gonna last that long, man. I'm sorry. That was I'm trying to get my schedule together, man. Everybody got me working. Right. Oh, everybody, y'all, if y'all don't know Pastor Carl, that's my co-host. That's my co-host for tomorrow's show. I do the Respectfully Disagree joint. Respectfully Disagree, we just get on here and we talk about the tough questions. It's what we do. Ain't that right, Pastor Carl? Me and Pastor Carl, we get up here and we talk about the tough questions. You know what I'm saying? Right. Pastor Carl actually pastors the church I used to go to when I was a kid, Evergreen Missionary Baptist Church, right across from Evergreen Community Center. I used to go to that church as a kid when Pastor Sadler was there. And the pastor before that, I forget that pastor's name, but he used to call it the freest church on the face of the earth. That's what he used to call it. Yeah. So we ask each other, we ask the tough questions, we get down, we talk about these things. So I brought this up for philosophy, right? For the love of thought, literally, philos Sophia, right? For the love of thought, right? I'm not sure that there is a right or wrong. And that's one of the things that I keep trying to tell y'all. Like, I'm not sure that there is a set in stone answer. Like, but for the love of thought, let's throw it around, man. Let's chat about it. Let's see how you feel about it. Because maybe how you feel about it can help me understand, what's going on in my thought. Right. You ain't got to pay to attend, bro. You can go for free. Pastor Carl, are you charging at the door? What's the cover charge? What is the cover charge? How much is it at the door, Pastor Carl? Let me know, because I got to see if I need to stop by the ATM on the way in, or do you take cash up? I need to know how much it is at the damn door. If Pastor Carl had a smoking section, I might fall through for real. We don't know, right? This is literally a belief, man. And some people, and not to offend those who assume that they do know, that's not what I'm trying to do. But when I use the word know, I mean know can show and prove. I don't mean if you was, bro, that's what I'm saying, Adrian. Who was on deck? I don't mean are you thoroughly convinced? A lot of people be like, I know, and I know that I know that I know that I know. Okay, all right. That means you're thoroughly convinced. I'm not asking you, are you convinced? I'm asking, do you know? Oh, it's free before 11. Hey, Al, Tara said it's free before 11. So just get there. 10:45 is free. It's free before 11. That's what Tara said. So if you go and pull up, you ain't got to worry about that. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I used to always want to know if I had done extra sins, could I get a full cup of that grape juice? Or if I was really saved, like how do I get a second shot of the grape juice? That's something I want to discuss another day, but that's gonna make somebody mad. They're gonna think I'm playing. I just really like the grape juice. Where I went, we had Manischewitz wine. We had real wine. It was Manischewitz, that sweet wine. Man, the sweet wine be fire. That Manischewitz is, if you like sweet wine, if you like a good dessert wine, you might feel sacrilegious when you buy it, but just take you a cup of, pour you a glass of that Manischewitz. That Manischewitz slap differently. Okay? Okay. Slaps differently. It's good and sweet, but it's not like Moscato sweet. It's more like grape juice sweet. If you like sweet wines. All right. I know, Carl. I'm just, again, these are just, right, like, liquid grape jelly is what it is. It really is liquid grape jelly. That's the best way. That's the perfect way to describe it. It's liquid grape jelly. If you like grape jelly, a glass of Manischewitz will send you on up. It'll send it up, send it through, send it right back to you. Hey. So these questions are not to, I want to just make sure these questions are not to make you right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? They are just to consider. Like, they're just to consider, right? Like, these are just thoughts. That's it. Sometimes we can bring thoughts into reality. Sometimes we can move to make the world a little more conducive to the way that we think. Right? I was listening to this guy the other day, a guy named Daniel Dennett. He's a philosopher of science. Really smart guy, man. I've been listening to him a lot recently. And he basically equated memes, and memes are like living thoughts, right? Like, we think of memes as whatever little pictures that we get on the internet. But and pictures are memes. They represent a part of culture, and they represent a self-replicating part of culture. Right? Where it's not just that I had the idea, it's that I could take that idea, put it in a medium, and it'll self-replicate. Memes are like the DNA of culture, or the viruses of culture. Because, viruses aren't alive themselves, but they kind of move like they're alive, and they attach themselves to a host and then replicate themselves. And then they go look for another place to replicate and replicate. Memes are kind of the same way. These are just ideas that we put out into the world, and they just kind of self-replicate. And before you know it, they've infected our thoughts and minds, right? So, and when I say infect the thoughts and minds, I don't necessarily mean in a bad way, right? Now, I don't mean in a bad, but they get into our thoughts, and then we replicate them. It's a lot of things. Like, oh my God, I love Chipotle. Like, there's no reason for me to know that. Except for the fact that idea entered my mind and replicated. I showed it to somebody else. Somebody showed it to me. It went viral. You get what I'm saying? Memes go viral. The same idea as a virus, right? So, which sometimes if you got an idea, it could go viral. It might help me to get a better understanding. And not all viruses are bad things. Mitochondria is a virus. Anyway, point being, to think about these things can be fun, right? It can be enjoyable just to kind of look back over these things and think through them, right? Right. So I said it, don't take offense with me when I do that, because I really do want to know. I want to understand heaven a little bit. And because I want to understand heaven a little bit, and I know you want to too. Let's go back and listen to this a little, because we all looking for a city, man. We just out here looking for a city, man. And so I want to put you up on this one more time, because I want you to understand that we just looking for a city, man. Let's listen to the whole testimony one more time. He is the worst church singer ever, by the way. He is looking for a city.
Well, this next and final song is going to be one that has made me pretty famous over
Pretty
the last
famous.
few years. It has took me a lot of places I didn't think I would be at.
Tell him.
But it was the first time on stage, New Year's Eve 2002, with one of the best quartets out there today, Brian Free and Assurance. And I was privileged to be able to sing this one with Brian Free.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if I beat him that night or not, but ever since then, we've had competitions. I've wore him out. Not to make me look good or anything,
But that's
what happened.
Yeah.
But this is one that also my friends at my hometown church,
Or heaven.
Gospel Light Baptist Church in Salisbury, North Carolina, has really made their top choice. So therefore, we're going to finish off with this one. It's called Looking for City.
Get with this. Get with this. Sing along.
Looking for a city built above.
Come on with it.
Looking for a city where we'll never die, where the saint and millions
What they do?
never say goodbye.
Yeah.
There we'll meet our Savior.
Yeah.
And our love was true.
Yeah.
Come, O Holy Spirit, our homes renew. Looking for a city.
You gotta take that thing up. You gotta take it up.
Where we'll never die.
Yeah.
Where the saint and millions
Yeah.
never say goodbye.
He's scared to cat.
There will meet our Savior. And our love was true.
Yeah.
Come,
Yeah, I love this guy.
Spirit,
You better take it one more time. Last time. Yeah.
City where we'll never die.
Get into it.
Where the saint and
And we ever play this piano
millions
over there doing ragtime like here.
never say goodbye. There will meet our Savior.
Yes.
And our love was true.
Yes.
Come, Holy Spirit.
Oh, he got into it.
Our homes renew. Looking for a city
Oh.
where we'll never die. Where the saint and millions
Get back on the beat.
never say goodbye. There will meet our Savior.
Yeah.
And our loved ones too.
Oh, wait, y'all gotta see the end of it.
Holy Spirit, pour our homes renewed. Oh, a city
Yo.
where we'll never die. Where the saint and millions never say goodbye. There
Yeah.
will meet our Savior.
Get with this. I really love this song. It's trash. Watch how he ended. Watch how he ended. Oh, he took it up. I thought it was over right there.
Where we'll never die. Where the saint and millions
Oh, keep coming.
never say goodbye. There we'll meet our Savior.
Oh.
And our love was too. Oh, that's all I'm doing. So see ya. Our homes free.
Yeah. Get with that. Have yourself some of that. You saw that's all he was doing. He didn't want to give y'all too much. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to give y'all too much. He wanted to make sure he saved something so y'all can come back and see him again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See. Deshaun, that's what I come to give you. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing I come to bring. See, I come to bring you. I come to give y'all that. You know what I'm saying? And help y'all think about things that we don't normally get to think about, man. Yeah. Anyway, so tomorrow, actually tonight, I believe I'm supposed to talk to LP, like Paul. We said, I think so. So y'all, let's just pray that works out. I think I'm supposed to talk to LP tonight about sexuality, right? We had a little conversation. Now I asked, hey, look, I got to express myself, man. Look, I don't care how many people watch it or don't watch it. That video needs to be out there in the world. I'm willing to die on that hill, Al. I am willing to die on that hill. Y'all don't even know how many bad songs I know on YouTube. I know so many good bad songs on YouTube. It don't even start me. I scour the internet to find the worst of the worst. I ain't even played Crash Cuts yet. I haven't even got to Crash Cuts yet. I hadn't even played you Prophetess Libra yet. Y'all don't know nothing. Okay. I hadn't even played y'all Prophetess Libra yet. Okay. That's all I'm saying. But I think tonight I'm supposed to talk to LP about sex. You know what? Let me put y'all up on a little bit. Y'all ain't really ready for this yet. I know y'all don't know nothing about this, so let me get y'all right. Because y'all don't know nothing about this. Y'all don't know about this. Let me get y'all right quick, because let me get y'all right. Y'all don't know nothing about this. My favorite song that she ever had ain't on here no more. But I'm gonna get you right quick. She on Joy Records. She is on Joy Records.
So tired, I don't know what to do. I'm so tired.
Let me put y'all up on this.
Oh. This is so beautiful. Oh, girl, this is gorgeous. This is beautiful.
This is absolutely
Oh, I love
gorgeous.
it. Don't you love it?
I love it. And probably look, they got mink on the bed. Your producers really set you up.
Yes, they did.
Y'all get with
They got
this.
my song on.
Isn't that a blessing?
They got my song. I guess that means rehearsal time.
Watch this. She got to pray. She got to get herself together.
Praise the Lord, saints. I just want to thank God
That nigga sleep.
today.
He knocked out.
Sanctified and filled with His precious Holy Ghost. I want to say I thank God for being here. God has delivered me.
They ready to go.
from these on today, and I just
I don't know why they getting programs now. That sounds a bit weird, but okay. They had already been in church. He's snatching things for no reason. They mean. She didn't even give her one. And she the special guest. Y'all get with this. This is important. I don't know where they was going. Who shot this video? Hey! Hey!
So give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Yeah, God's in the house. Ain't no doubt. Look where you came from before he broke you out. Yeah, he's bad, so you know he got it.
Hey!
Come on, give it up. God's got the heavy. You know it. You know God's been real good to you.
Hey!
You know it. He was crucified.
Hey!
For sins like you and I. You know it. So we ought to glorify his name as long as we live. You know it.
Hey!
God's in the house tonight, so tell me what you're gonna do now. You know it, cause I'm counting up James, he can represent the president. You know it, cause he died for my sin. Ain't a mighty
Here come the hook.
cause I'm gonna get
It's coming the hook right here, Carl.
I'm so thankful.
Oh, no, that ain't it.
Jesus can, yeah. Tell me how you agree.
The C stand for Christ.
Cause I can't tell.
Break me up a little something. Break me up a little something for the Holy Ghost. Hey! A little something proper for the Holy Ghost. See, I be trying to put y'all up on these hit records. Break me off a little something proper for the Holy Ghost. That's what I be trying to share with y'all. Y'all don't want to let me share the good news with y'all. Break me off a little something proper for the Holy Ghost. Huh? 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 Break me off a little something proper for the Holy Ghost. Huh? Hey. 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 That that does something for me. It do something for me. Now, listen, that might not be your jam, but it does something for me, and that's what really matters. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna hold you. Hopefully this evening I get to talk to LP. This is gonna be fun. Tomorrow we're gonna have this whole discussion about if babies get to be born in heaven, or what you do with pregnant women the day of the rapture, right? We're gonna get that together too. That's gonna be fun. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man, as always. And if y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, let me know. I just be coming up with random stuff because I think a lot, right? But if you want to talk about something else, we can talk about that. Just let me know. Put it in my inbox. We'll talk about it. It's cool. Yeah. It blessed me. It did something to me. Right. Well, we can talk about whatever. I think this is because I feel like it's weird to always go and hear somebody just tell you what they think. Right? Because you might have questions that your pastor never preached about. Or you might be considering joining the faith, but you got some questions. In my experience, I'm gonna tell you, this is just my own personal experience. I didn't get to ask a whole lot of questions before I committed my life to Christ. I didn't. I asked a lot of questions once I did, but I didn't get a lot of questions before. Right? I got baptized at like 5. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of questions once I got there, but I didn't get to ask a lot of them. I mean, I was 5, right? So I had a few questions, but not a lot. The older I got, the more and more I started to think about it, the more questions I had, which is normal. That's how learning works. That's how learning works. So we have to be okay with that. Or at least I'm okay with that, and I hope you're okay with it too. So, don't be mad, guys. We're gonna ask some tough questions. I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna post on the page what time I'm coming on, if he'll come on with me. But we did say, he told me Friday that we was gonna do this today. So I'll let y'all know, and then we're gonna have LP. I know y'all love LP. Y'all know LP? Do y'all know LP? LP was a good brother, man. He cut hair out there on the east side, man, right out there by Huffman High School. Give you a real good cut. Can't hold you. One of my favorite, but I ain't got but 2 people I get my hair cut from in Birmingham, and that's Jonathan Lee and LP. Only 2 people, and I don't get nothing but a bald head, but they get you right. Both of them will get you right. Have me out here looking handsome as hell on y'all dog asses. Handsome. Anyway, I'm out the way. Make sure y'all support them. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Be good.